So the Mexican cartel leader El Mencho has been killed, but the cartels have revolted. Now they're pissed off. So some crazy things happening in Mexico. We've got shootouts, burning buildings, everything under the sun. And there's been reports of people storming into buildings with guns. There's a Costco on fire. Doing a drive-by. I want to show you guys this one too, where some cops are being shot at. Again, absolutely crazy. So I asked our friend ChatGPT, or actually Grok, who what the casualties and the destruction is. So there was 48 cartel members killed, including accomplices and bodyguards, El Mencho, of course, and 25 National Guard. I mean, this cartel has gone around and destroyed buildings, torched buses, roadblocks. Violence spread to nearly a dozen to 20 states, leading to school cancellations, travel disruptions, including stranded U.S. tourists, which is scary. That's been reported. But I think the bigger question is, where does Mexico go from here? Because it's clear that the president of Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum, is too scared to stand up in the face of the cartel, and I don't blame her. As if you do stand up to the cartel, you will be silenced. If you get my drift, you don't want. I can see why she doesn't want that. But at the same time, I can see why Trump wanted this mission to be carried forth to take out the leader, because fentanyl, methamphetamine, cocaine, and other harmful drugs, hundreds of thousands of tons come into the United States a year. For fentanyl particularly, with fentanyl, you can't produce as much, even they don't traffic as much because it's expensive to make, and only a little bit is fatal to a person. So, on a grand scale, not a lot is brought over, but on a clinical sense, a lot. It's a lot of fentanyl that can do a lot of damage. So, I mean, you're talking for fentanyl, you're talking anywhere between 10 to 50,000 tons of fentanyl coming across the border each year. And with meth and coke, you're looking at anywhere between 50,000 tons to 500,000 tons, and these people have been doing it for years. Because if you go on to the site where the Customs Border Patrol, where they test and study the drug seizures, you can see that about actually how many they actually seize, and that's actually what they catch. Nobody has any idea how much drugs are in the country. We just know it occurs. We can only base the data based on what they seize, and obviously we track the what we seize as an indicator of whether the drug trafficking has increased or decreased. But if Trump's goal is to take control of the Western Hemisphere, look at what he's already been doing. He took care of Nicolas Maduro. He has he continues to strike the narco boys that come over, and he's been successful at that. But if he basically wants to do his own version of the Monroe Doctrine, and I get it, to take control of the Western Hemisphere. That's another reason why when he took over Venezuela after we captured Maduro, we cut all of the oil to Cuba. So I'm thinking it's a matter of time before Cuba collapses. But again, where does Mexico in particular, where does it go? Do you think the drug cartels are going to say, okay, fine, we're not going to traffic drugs anymore. We're not going to make all these drugs and sell them overseas and make millions of dollars. We're not going to do it. No. These cartels have had people killed. I'd have to look into more of the research on actually who was killed, if that's even public knowledge. But it's been known that they have politicians under their thumb, and the politicians must obey by the cartels, or else they pay the price. But you gotta admit, this is a problem not just only in Mexico, but in Central America and South America. The Latin community in general has a big problem with drug cartels, because this type of behavior by the cartels wouldn't fly in the United States or any first world country for that matter. So that's an issue. So that's really all I have to say on this topic. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and ring the notification bell to view my future videos.